Well, with you being a choreographer and a tap dancer, I was wondering if you could maybe do a little...
And do a little something?
Yeah.
A little ditty?
I understand you helped train Lady Gaga, too.
Oh, well, Lady Gaga was a student at Circle in the Square where I teach. Before she was Lady Gaga, when she was Stephanie Germanotta. But, well, to talk about the show a little bit and the choreography, obviously it's a period piece, so we didn't want to create choreography that felt too modern or contemporary. For example, here's some tap dancing that might feel a little too contemporary for our show. So I start to change the rhythms around. I'm not in a 4/4 tempo. And then I could take something that's really fast that also might not feel quite right for our show. Sometimes too many sounds, right? It's coming more towards the hoofing style of tap dancing that we know today that is just one genre of tap dancing. More of what Kimberly does in the show is a little more of a standard kind of theater Broadway style, which would be like this. And if I wanted to make that a little more interesting, I could put more sounds into it. By adding a heel into it. And this is what Kimberly has been working on a lot, which is double pullbacks, which every dancer wants to get.
Oh, yeah. I remember doing that when I was
Good old double pullback.
Yeah.
And we're also working on grab-offs as well.
Great.
Something like that.
Now, do you have to have your shoes mic'd for this performance?
For this show, no, we don't. I mic'd for my singing, even though I probably don't need it because I'm a fairly loud singer.
You got a loud voice.
But I think it's the echo of the shoes that really helps as far as in this situation, although I know that in some instances they do mic tap shoes.
Well, yeah, and that's interesting to bring up that probably right around the time when Fanny Brice was becoming a dancer in the Ziegfeld Follies, they had just created the metal taps on the shoes. Before that, they were hard wood sole shoes, and obviously there was no microphone system. So that kind of caused a little bit of a problem because if you wanted to dance with a larger orchestra, tap dance, it was hard to always hear the sounds. So as ragtime and jazz and big band music started to come around and the orchestras got bigger and fuller and louder, they had to find a way to make the sounds ring out more. So that's where the metal taps, they're one of the reasons why they started to put metal taps on the tap shoes. And today, you know, with technology, you can do a lot of things. In a film called Tap with Gregory Hines, they explore the idea of putting pickups in the bottom of the shoe, like in a guitar. They put a pickup in here that is then wirelessly sent to a sound system where you can change the sound. So if I hit my tap, it would be a gunfire.
Oh, isn't that something?
So it's, you know, it's with technology, everything changes.
Brilliant.
So it is brilliant, but with that in mind, it's nice to get to work on a show that is sort of in the golden era of dance, and especially for tap, because you don't see it a lot anymore. Like, do we ever really see tap dancing on So You Think You Can Dance? No, because it's really hard to learn and really hard to do, and we don't want it to become a lost art form. And so one reason why I enjoy working on the show, because we get to bring it back out.